What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a long-awaited garden update. I am so excited to finally be sharing this with you all. This has been something that has been a labor of love, a work in progress. We started planting some landscape around our home last year. We continued this year. We still have a lot to do, but landscaping is a big investment, so we're trying to break it up through the next couple of years to get everything done. But I love how it has been turning out, and I can't wait to share that update with you. I also want to give an update on our little flower garden that we have planted, as well as our fruit and vegetable garden this year. We built a little garden, fenced it in, and planted lots of fruit and vegetables, and I'm excited to share what's been producing. I cannot wait to reap the benefits of that garden. I'm so excited. And then I have a few other little areas, planters that we planted this year, and some other little spots around our land that we have flowers producing. So I'm really excited to show you all of that. If you guys are excited, give this video a thumbs up. I love flowers and gardening. It has been so much fun, especially now that we live on some land, being able to do this. So if you guys enjoy these types of videos, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. Also, I'm gonna link last year's cottage garden landscaping up here in the cards, as well as down below in the description box if you missed that video. I did share an in-depth process of what I planted on the north side of our home last year. I'm excited to share how that is producing this year. But if you want to know the names of all of those plants and how they started out and what it looks like this year, definitely check out that video. But I think I'm going to stop talking here. Let's go ahead and head outside and I'll give you an update. We're going to start on the side of the house. Hopefully you guys can hear me through the wind. If not, I might have to stop the video here and do a voiceover for the rest. But on this side, you guys saw me plant this last year. This is on the north side of our house, and we're doing a cottage style garden. So nothing's, even. We have a lot of curvature. I'm still working on putting more plants in here and figuring out what grows well and what doesn't. So right here, this is a phlox. Obviously it hasn't bloomed yet this season. And then this is one of my Bobo hydrangeas, which are absolutely beautiful. They produce blooms towards the end of summer, maybe July. If I remember correctly, last year it was August, but I thought it was because I planted them a little bit later and they were pretty small, but we'll see. They still have a few old buds on them. I wasn't sure if I needed to prune them or not, so I pruned this half and left that half, and I'm just gonna test to see if it matters. I don't wanna ruin my plants. So we're testing that out. This next one is some more phlox. And back there we have salvia. It is a pinkish purple fuchsia coming in, you guys can see. And then this one is white. I did transplant, there was a phlox up here. I did transplant it back there because it gets really pretty tall and it's overtaking our rose bush. But I do see another phlox that actually sprouted. I might have to transplant that one as well. But this is our rose bush. This is the snow pavement rose. It's a very light blush pink, almost white. So beautiful. Last year, I'm gonna try to put up a picture. It was so small. I cannot believe how much it has grown over winter in just 1 year. So highly recommend this rose. And it must just be doing really well. It's thriving on this side of the house. It has like the perfect amount of sun, shade, all of that. I can't wait to see this thing in full bloom. I have so many different rose buds all over this thing, so I'm really excited. Next year I might have to trim it down a little bit. We'll see, because if it grew this size in 1 year, I can't wait to see what it looks like next year. And then we have more phlox over here, right there. Some more, I'm not sure what color salvia that is. It looks like white actually. This fern was actually just growing here. Last year it was very small and I decided to leave it, and this year it looks really pretty. Obviously we have some weeding we need to do, so try to look through all of that. This is our spot on lugwort. I have two of them planted next to each other. This has already bloomed for the year and it was absolutely beautiful. I'll try to put a picture on the screen as well. I want to get some more of these for next year. Maybe I can find them on clearance later this year. We'll see. Otherwise next year I'm going to pick up a couple more. I want to, just because they are pretty low bearing, they're perfect for the front of a garden. I want to add some more to this side and maybe even the front. And this we actually just planted. It's catmint. This is more phlox. They're all the same color, although we did have one last year. They're all like a light pink with a dark pink center, but we did have a purple phlox randomly pop up in the garden. So I'm not sure where that one came from. but for the most part, they're all pink. Another Bobo hydrangea. This is something my mother-in-law gifted me from her garden last year. I transplanted it. It grows like crazy and spreads like crazy. I can't remember the name of it though. I know she's told me like 100 times, but it's really pretty and I think it looks really perfect in this garden. Hopefully if she has some more, if she decides to dig some up, I might take them so that I can fill this stuff in. I think that is a great filler. And then this is what we've been working on this year, is the front of our house, at least to the left of our steps. This is, I'm trying to remember. Shoot, I can't remember the name of this. Sorry, is that another phlox? I can't remember. Oh, dang it. I also can't remember the name of that one either. I have two of those. This is trailing or creeping phlox. I got two of those. They were purple. They've already blossomed for the year. Either that or deer or something has eaten them. I'm not sure. This is actually a Mother's Day gift from Marshall and Kendra and Lola, I'm sure. It's a hydrangea. I'll put the name of this one on the screen. I'm really excited to see this one bloom. There's already a ton of buds on it. And then these, well, it looks like another phlox is coming through. These are foxgloves. They are stunning. I bought two of the same color. They're both supposed to be this color, but this one grew in and it's definitely not the same, but it doesn't bother me one bit because they're just stunning. This one actually has a second shoot coming up, so I'm really excited about that. And again, more creeping phlox, some regular phlox, another Bobo hydrangea that was also a Mother's Day gift from them, and this is another one of those purple, it's not salvia, maybe it is, it's just very small, I can't remember. If I can find the tag inside, I'll put a name on the screen of what that one is, and then that is just another phlox coming through. This is also a new addition this year. This is another hydrangea. It is a little bit fried, as you guys can see. I wasn't exactly sure where to plant it, but we're watering it every day now and it's starting to bloom again. All of this pink bloom had died off, so I know it's coming back to life and I'm hoping by next year it's acclimated to this spot and it just grows beautifully. But this is actually from a little Amish farm near our house and I only got it for $12, so I thought that was such a steal and it's so pretty. And then right here, this is not something that we planted. This was here when we moved in. It's a rhododendron, something like that. It looks very full, but only this little left half blooms in the spring. It's already done for the season. So if you guys have this or familiar with this plant and you guys can give me some tips, please let me know down in the comments or send me a message over on Instagram. I'm just not sure how to make this plant thrive. I'm not sure if I need to prune it back in the fall, if I need to do it in the spring before new growth starts. I'm just not entirely sure how to take care of this, and I can't find really all that helpful information online. So if any of you gardeners out there have any tips for me on this plant, please let me know. All right, here's my flower garden this year. Yes, I know it's a bit of a mess. I haven't had a chance to get in here and weed, but last year, you guys know I had some peonies or peonies in this bed. We added some more, and then this was my cut flower garden. So this year, what I did is I just kind of tilled it all up, and we sprinkled zinnia seeds, different types of zinnia seeds. There might even be some cosmos in here as well, and they're growing like crazy already. I know it's really hard to tell with all of the grass and the weeds and whatnot, but I'm really excited to see these sprout this year. There's some more, those are zinnias, I believe. Those must be cosmos. Oh, those are a different breed of zinnias. I can't quite remember. And then we added several peonies last year. So this is the only one that was here when we moved in. So it's very established. It's about to bloom, hopefully this week, later this week maybe, or next week. I can't wait. And then this was one we added last year. This is a Sarah Bernhardt. It's a very light pink. This was gifted to me from my husband's grandma, her house. She dug some up, split them, so I planted that last year. So this one was actually planted last year as well. It was gifted to me by my mother-in-law, but it was from Marshall's aunt, so her sister. She took one, gave me one, but it was like one spindly, it almost looked like that, but it was completely like flopped over. We didn't think it was going to survive or make it, but we planted it anyways, and it is massive. And it looks like we will be getting a few blooms on this one as well. We didn't know what color it was, so I'm really excited to see those buds bloom into a flower. And then this one was another Mother's Day gift. Marshall really spoiled me this year. This one is a white Ito peony, I believe. I can put the name of that one on the screen as well. And then I found these ones. I have 3 more in here. A couple Sarah Bernhardt's just because they were $5, and then another like fuchsia pink one that's in here as well. But I'm really excited to get all of these established and for them to be those sizes, because then it'll just be a nice big peony garden. And then this will be my annuals, my cut flower garden every year. Last year I did dahlias and snapdragons and things like that. This year we're trying zinnias and cosmos. Of course my little helper's out here running towards the road. You're not supposed to be over there, you know better. And then I'm not gonna walk all the way over there, but towards the end of our driveway we have 3 trees that we planted. One last year, the first one last year, and then we got 2 more planted this year. They are autumn blazes, so they're gonna be huge trees. They're gonna look like that one. And in the fall, obviously it's gonna take quite a few years, but they'll get big. They'll be like a bright orange and red in the fall. It's gonna look so pretty. We're gonna have them lining our driveway. I wanted them on the other side too, but Marshall didn't think that would work in the winter when we have to have snow plowed. There's just not as much space on that side, so we'll see what we end up doing. But we are planning to get a few more and line the rest of our driveway. We do have a pretty long driveway, so it'll take quite a few trees, and they're a little bit expensive, so we're only gonna get a couple each year. We might grab another one and plant it later this summer, another 1 or 2. We haven't decided yet, but I'm really excited to see that come to fruition. All right, and this is our fruit and vegetable garden. Marshall did build this. We needed something because obviously we live out in the country. There's a lot of wildlife, deer, birds, rabbits, all the things. So we did have to put something up. He quickly threw this together. My father-in-law tilled the garden for us and created this shape. So in here to our right, we have a bunch of tomato plants, which aren't really thriving at the moment. There are buds on this tall one. So I'm hoping they produce. Actually, it looks like there's quite a few flowers on this one since yesterday even. Oh, you know what? There's a tomato. Oh my gosh, that's our first tomato. How exciting. Okay, and then there's another 2 rows. Again, we have to get in here and start weeding. It is really bad. It's all of a sudden it just took over our garden. And then we have watermelons back there. We have several growing, and then these are strawberry plants. And I do know that this one right here was producing, yes. You can see the little strawberries. Really excited. And then this, a line of peppers. I believe these are jalapenos. Then we have bell peppers, 1 of each color. And habanero, there's a habanero row of peppers in here as well. Over here, we have carrots, which I'm really excited for. Several rows of sweet corn. And in the back over there, we have a couple raspberry bushes that we planted. We have pumpkins. You can see a few groupings of pumpkins. And there's nothing right here. I might end up adding some more zinnias or like cut flowers just because we have some space. We'll see. This is leaf lettuce growing in. That is head lettuce. And then we have rhubarb over there. I absolutely love it out here. I love country living. So we do have a really nice, really pretty big barn. That's where our kitties live. And we have a pond, and off of our pond is where the garden is. And Marshall ran a pump from the pond so that we're able to water our garden rather than having to run water in buckets all the way down from our house. So that's been working really well. Okay, so this is behind one of our sheds. It is a mess, I know. We have to get in here and do some more work, but there's only so much time in the day. This is an Asiatic lily. My mother-in-law gifted this to us back when we first moved in to this house. So this is our second or third, this will be, let's see, I can't think. I believe this is our second year that these will bloom. Yes, but they're really pretty. And then we have 2 hibiscus plants. Lola, can you come here? I don't want you to step on it. Lola, come here. Thank you. You can see this one sprouting. One of them, Lola, can you come here? One of them is red and one of them is pink, I believe, if I can remember correctly. We haven't seen that one come through yet, but this one has sprouted. The last thing I want to share are what we have planted in these concrete planters. Now, if I can remember correctly, my husband's grandpa made these. My mother-in-law, they have some at their house. They're very heavy, they're very beautiful. So this year I did a geranium in the center, and both of these are the same. And some petunias on the outside, which I didn't get these planted soon enough, so they are starting to die. I'm really hoping that they come back to life. And oh, I really got to know the names of all of these flowers, but I planted 4 in each. They're all different colors. This one's pink. I'll try to, again, put the names on the screen. This one's really pretty. There's a couple more, and then I'll also put the name of this leafy green. This is supposed to be something that trails off, which I had last summer. Not this exact one, but this was, the one that I had last year was so pretty. It was just like cascading off. So this year I added 2 versus just 1 from last year. That is going to conclude today's little garden tour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing our garden updates going around our home, seeing the landscaping, our flower garden, our fruit and vegetable garden. We do have a lot of plans to, I guess I should say, I'm not a pro gardener by any means, and neither is my husband. We're kind of learning as we go, trial and error, what works, what doesn't, and eventually we will get the knack of it or the hang of it, and hopefully the goal is to produce a lot in our garden and have these beautiful flower gardens. But right now I'm just having fun testing things out in our flower garden. There are a few things I want to change, like our peonies. I don't know if it's the ideal spot for them. I know peonies love a lot of sun, full sun, lots of sun during the day. And right now we have this big oak tree that's kind of hanging over them that provides some shade during the day. They do get sun, but I think they would do better in a spot that just gets full sun, no trees near them. So I have a spot picked out near our fruit and vegetable garden that I'm thinking in this fall, I might start digging them up and transplanting them. That would mean that they wouldn't probably produce next year, but I think it's a risk I'm willing to take. We'll see. And then our fruit and vegetable garden, we are trying to figure out what is growing, what is not, and hopefully we can do better next year. Just keep getting better and better. And I also want to figure out a solution for weeding. You guys know we live very busy lives. We just welcomed a little baby girl into our lives, and we work full-time jobs. We want to spend time with each other, and it has just been a lot to try to get out there after work every day and wanting to spend time with our daughter Kendra, and it's just been a lot trying to keep up on that, and we're just doing a terrible job. So we need to figure out a solution that keeps up on, how do I say this? We need a solution that keeps the weeds down and not having to be out there spending a ton of time trying to pull them up every night, if that makes sense. So if you guys are seasoned gardeners, or if you have any tips or tricks to keep down on weeds that aren't going to affect like our crop, if that makes sense. I don't want to use like harsh chemicals or anything like that. If you guys have any solutions, I would love to hear them. So please let me know down below in the comments. But I think that's going to wrap up today's video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing our little garden. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you're not already. You can also follow me over on Instagram. I have been sharing some, maybe not so much daily, but during the week I will share little updates on how things are blooming and producing, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you want to follow me over on Instagram, it is olivia.n.sward. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all back here very soon. Bye, you guys.